Welcome to the English Flow channel.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode. If you're listening to us right now, we hope you're having an amazing day. But today we want to talk about yesterday. Seriously, yesterday was such a crazy day for both of us. And we didn't even get a single minute to text each other, right?
Oh, absolutely. My phone was basically dry the whole day because I was caught up in so much drama. I saw your missed calls, but by the time I was free, I was just too exhausted to even reply. I'm so glad we are doing this podcast today so we can finally catch up and share our stories.
Me too. I was actually a bit worried. I was like, did he lose his phone? Or is he just ignoring me? But then I figured you must be drowning in your work. So are you ready to spill the beans? What exactly happened yesterday?
Haha, I promise I wasn't ignoring you. It was just one of those days where everything that could go wrong went wrong, well, at least in the afternoon. But my morning actually started out surprisingly well. Or at least I tried to make it look good.
Oh, really? Let's start from the very beginning then. What time did you wake up?
Well, I woke up at around 6 a.m. I had this great plan, I wanted to be that healthy, productive person who goes for an early morning run. I even prepared my running shoes and clothes the night before. I was so motivated.
Oh, I know that feeling. You feel like you're about to conquer the world.
Exactly. But as soon as I opened my front door, reality hit me. It wasn't just raining. It was a massive thunderstorm. Lightning, thunder, heavy wind, the whole package. I stood there in my running shorts, looking at the rain, and I honestly just wanted to laugh.
Oh no, that is the universe telling you. Go back to sleep, boy. Did you actually go back to bed?
I almost did. I stared at my bed for like 5 minutes. But then I thought, no, I can't let this rain ruin my discipline. So, I cleared some space in my living room, pushed the coffee table aside, and put on a 20-minute high-intensity home workout video on YouTube.
Wow, I'm genuinely impressed. I would have definitely chosen the blanket over the workout. How did the workout go?
It was brutal. I haven't worked out in a while, so my legs were shaking after just 10 minutes of lunges and squats. At one point, I actually slipped on my own sweat and almost broke my TV. But hey, I survived. After that, I took an ice-cold shower, which completely woke me up.
You are a warrior, seriously. Cold shower after a workout on a rainy morning? Brr, that sounds freezing.
It was, but it felt amazing afterwards. Then, I brewed myself a strong cup of black coffee. No sugar, just pure energy, and sat down at my desk by 8 a.m. I had a massive to-do list. I needed to edit about 3 different video projects, write a script, and reply to some urgent emails from clients. I was feeling super focused and ready to crush the day.
Well, your morning sounds like a movie scene about a successful businessman. My morning, however, was a completely different story. Yesterday was my official lazy day. I didn't set any alarms. I woke up naturally at around 9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m.? Wow, must be nice. I was already on my second cup of coffee by then.
It was glorious. The room was cool, the sound of the rain outside was so soothing, and my bed felt like a cloud. I just lay there scrolling through my phone for about 30 minutes. But then my stomach started growling. I got up, walked to the kitchen, opened the fridge, and nothing. Just a bottle of water and half an onion.
Haha, the classic empty fridge tragedy. So what did you do?
I had no choice but to order delivery. I opened my food app and spent another 15 minutes trying to decide what to eat. You know how hard that is, right? It's the toughest decision of the day.
Oh, absolutely. Deciding what to eat is a daily struggle. So what did you end up choosing?
I decided to treat myself. I ordered some fluffy pancakes with maple syrup, crispy bacon on the side, and a double-shot iced caramel latte. When the delivery rider arrived, it was still drizzling, so I gave him a nice tip because I felt bad that he had to drive in the rain.
That's very sweet of you. And that breakfast sounds like absolute heaven.
It was delicious. And while I was eating, I didn't want to just waste time watching random social media clips. So I turned on this new English audio drama I found online. It's like a TV show, but only with audio and sound effects. It's a detective story, and it is so gripping.
Oh, interesting. Did you manage to learn any new words or phrases from it?
Yes, actually. I kept my notebook nearby and wrote down a few interesting expressions. One of them was on the fence. In the story, a character said, "I'm still on the fence about accepting the job offer." I looked it up and it means being undecided about something. I love finding natural phrases like that.
On the fence? That's a really common one. It's so much better than just saying, I don't know or I'm not sure. It makes you sound so much more fluent.
Exactly. So my morning was peaceful and educational. But you mentioned earlier that your afternoon turned into a disaster. What happened?
Oh God, don't remind me. It was around 2 p.m. I had been editing this video for 5 hours straight. It was a massive 4K video file for an important client, and the deadline was strictly 4 p.m. I finally finished the final cut, exported it, and started uploading it to Google Drive.
Okay, sounds good so far. The upload was going well?
It was at 92%. 92%. And then, suddenly, my internet browser showed no connection. I looked down at my router, and all the lights were blinking red.
Oh my God, no. That is literally every creator's worst nightmare. 92% and then a disconnection.
I panicked. I immediately unplugged the router, waited for 30 seconds, plugged it back in. Nothing. Just the red blinking light of doom. I checked my phone. My mobile data was too slow to upload a 5 gigabytes file in time. It was 2:30 p.m., and I had less than an hour and a half left.
Oh, I would have been crying at that point. What did you do?
I didn't have time to cry. I literally grabbed my laptop, threw it into my backpack, grabbed my keys, and ran out the door. I didn't even care that it was raining. I got on my bike and rode like a crazy person to the nearest high-speed internet cafe downtown. I was sweating. My hair was wet from the rain, and I probably looked like a madman when I walked into the cafe.
Haha, I wish I could have seen that. You must have looked so dramatic. Did the cafe have good internet?
Thank goodness, yes. I ordered the fastest, strongest espresso they had just so they would let me sit there. I connected to their Wi-Fi, restarted the upload, and watched the progress bar like a hawk. 50%, 80%, 95%, and boom, done. I sent the link to my client at exactly 3:50 p.m., 10 minutes before the deadline.
Wow, talk about a last-minute save. You deserve a medal for that level of stress management. Did the client like the video?
Yes, they emailed me back an hour later saying they loved it. All the panic and sweat were worth it, but honestly, I think I lost about 5 years of my life from the stress.
Well, at least it had a happy ending. My afternoon was much more peaceful, but funny enough, I also ended up at a cafe, though for a completely different reason. Around 1:30 p.m., the rain finally stopped, and the sun started peeking through the clouds. It was so beautiful outside.
Yeah, the weather yesterday afternoon was actually really nice and cool.
It was perfect. So I decided to pack my notebook, a novel I've been meaning to read, and head to that cozy little coffee shop down the street, the one with the big glass windows and lots of green plants.
Oh, I love that place. It has such a relaxing vibe.
Yes, I secured a spot right by the window. I ordered a hot matcha latte and spent the next 3 hours just completely disconnected from the digital world. I read about 50 pages of my book, and then I did some creative writing in English.
Creative writing? What were you writing about?
I was just describing the people in the cafe. It's a great exercise for descriptive vocabulary. For example, there was an old man sitting in the corner reading a newspaper, and I wrote down a paragraph describing his expression, the way he held his cup, and the warm light hitting his face. It's a fun way to practice using adjectives and past tenses.
That is actually a brilliant idea. I should try that sometime. It really helps you think in English instead of just translating words.
It really does. It makes you observe your surroundings and find English words to describe real-life moments. I felt so relaxed and inspired by the time I left.
I'm glad one of us had a peaceful afternoon. For my evening, after all that afternoon drama, I definitely needed to unwind. So, I called up a few close friends, and we met up at a cozy Italian restaurant downtown. We ordered a massive pepperoni pizza and some creamy pasta. We just sat there for hours, talking about everything and nothing. It was the perfect way to release all that work tension.
That sounds like the perfect ending to a chaotic day. Good food and good friends can cure almost anything.
Absolutely. I got home around 10 p.m., took a warm bath, and immediately hit the sack. I slept like a baby.
Haha. Hit the sack. Another great idiom for our listeners. It means to go to sleep. And yes, my evening was quiet too. I came home, watched a thriller movie on Netflix that kept me on the edge of my seat, did some journaling, and went to bed by 11 p.m.
Wow. When you look at it, our yesterdays were completely different. Mine was chaotic and fast-paced, while yours was slow, cozy, and relaxing. But both days ended up being really fulfilling in their own ways.
Exactly. That's the beauty of life. Every day is a new story.
Well, that is our yesterday story in a nutshell. We hope you guys enjoyed listening to our little chat.
To our listeners, what about you? What did you do yesterday? Try to write down a few sentences in English about your yesterday, using some of the past tenses and idioms we discussed today.
Yes, practice makes perfect. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends.
Stay safe, keep practicing, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Catch you later, guys.